Coming from the founding father of democracy with over 60,000 kills in 90 hours of gameplay, I believe that I have found hands down the best loadout when it comes to dealing with the Automaton faction in Helldivers 2. The loadout primarily focuses on a primary weapon being paired with a support stratagem to transform you into an absolute force to be reckoned with. As I go through this loadout, I will try my best to share and explain all the tips and tricks I use for dealing with the automatons. Let's kick off the loadout with the armor type that you should always be running when you're up against the automatons. And that is heavy armor. You can run any fit that you like, but you have to make sure that the armor you choose will have the fortified perk, which gives you a flat 50% resistance to explosive damage. This perk is your lifeline. We've all been there before, you know, when you're sitting down, relaxing, spreading managed democracy, and then some f***ing random ass, bitch ass, modified toaster looking ass pulls out a f***ing pocket rocket that has the f***ing power of the f***ing sun and just blasts the f***ing continent. I personally like the Kodiak from the Polar Patriots Warbond. For the weapons, take the Pummeler SMG, also found in the new Polar Patriots Warbond. Now the reason I'm telling you to take the Pummeler is because it is a one-handed SMG, hint hint, that has light armor penetrating rounds, but most importantly, it staggers. Yeah! This SMG staggers the enemies, which is an amazing quality of life thing to have because it helps you to line up those quick and easy one-tap headshots to all types of devastators. And trust me, you really want that. Next up is your secondary slot, and for that you would run the grenade pistol, which can be purchased from the Democratic Detonation Warbond. The reason I'm recommending this pistol is not for its lethality against the bots, but rather for its ability to destroy the automaton fabricators with one shot. It is also great at killing the modified toasters spawning in from a dropship, as it could one-shot all of them, but its main focus is that it's your go-to way to destroy the fabricators. Now you might be wondering, why get the grenade pistol rather than running a normal grenade for the fabricators? And I have two words for that. Stun grenade. Yeah, please, from now on, I want you to only run stun grenades whenever you're going up against the automaton faction. I cannot tell you just how strong and useful these grenades are, so please do yourself and your team a favor and always run the stun grenade against the bots. Stratagems. Everyone's favorite way to spread democracy. When it comes to fighting the automatons with stratagems, there are less choices than when you're against the bugs. But my favorite picks for the automatons are as follow. 1. The Eagle 500, an absolute beast of a stratagem. It has 2 charges once you buy the expanded weapons bay ship module, and has a very fast call-in time and is one of the easiest stratagems to aim. Don't believe me? Check out this quick 500 kg edit that I made. I'll link it in the description if you want. The Eagle 500 is amazing for taking out any and all armored units, such as for example the Devastators, Hulks, tanks, and even the new Factory Striders, although it may need a few call-ins for the Factory Strider, since they're very tanky. 2. Eagle Airstrike. Being the 500 kg's baby brother, the Eagle Airstrike is one of the strongest stratagems to use against the bots. It is relatively easy to aim if you know what you're doing, and has a quick call-in time, has a relatively large area of impact as well. Overall, one of the best stratagems to use against the bots. You can use both those stratagems to destroy the automaton bases from afar. Next up, we have the support stratagems. 1. The Ballistic Shield Stratagem. This shield right here is the holy grail when it comes to quality of life against the bots. As soon as I picked it up for the first time, I knew for a fact that I will never decide on not bringing it with me ever again. To put it in perspective, you know that one stubborn poop stain that would not budge no matter how hard you blast it with your own piss? Well, you plus that shield is that poop stain, and the pee jet stream are the automatons. Also, remember that one-handed primary we chose? Yeah, that one that staggers the enemies? Yeah. Pair it with the shield and you're going to be 100 times harder for the bots to deal with. Finally, your last stratagem will be the laser cannon. This stratagem is the strongest and most reliable way to destroy the Hulks, tanks, cannon towers, gunships, Factory Strider turrets, and is even amazing for clearing out the rocket devastators. It has an incredibly long range and is extremely accurate. Equipping it will make you a menace ×2. The build rundown. The way this build works is as follows. Everything that you do will be focused around the fact that you always have your shield on you, either in hand or on your back. Use your shield and SMG combo to take out any and all devastators, and if a Hulk is spotted, throw down a stun grenade between the enemies, and then use the laser to burn them to a crisp. Always prioritize the Hulk. Rinse and repeat. Call in your Eagle stratagems as you feel necessary, but try to keep your 500 kilos for factory striders, as every other unit can be dealt with by using your laser cannon and stun grenade combo. If a gunship shows up, use the laser cannon and focus fire at one of the 4 engines it has, not the head. You can take down tanks, cannon towers, mortars with the laser cannon by shooting the orange grills on the back. And in case you didn't know, you can also shoot the sides of the grills to take them out as well, even if they're turning. Tips and tricks. The shield will block incoming fire damage from any direction as long as it lands on the shield. That means you can position the enemies to your left while running with your primary or secondary in hand. That way the shield will be put onto your offhand and block incoming damage from your left. If the enemies are directly behind you, equip your laser cannon. That will move the shield onto your back and cover most of your hitbox. Sometimes if you ragdoll and fall, your shield will end up falling, so make sure you pick it up whenever it does fall. Do not spray and pray. If there are no rocket devastators present, you can walk up to the enemies without fear of taking damage, and then just land a few well-placed shots to minimize your ammo waste. If your HP is not full and you are planning to use a stim, wait till your stamina runs out and then use the stim, as it will keep refreshing your stamina for the duration of the stim. Choose your battles. Unlike the bugs, fighting the automatons actually requires proper planning and positioning. If you are planning on aggroing a patrol, first make sure that you and your team are ready and will not get overwhelmed. If you lost your laser cannon, you can still destroy Hulks by stunning them and shooting the grills on their back. You cannot stun a tank with your grenade. Destroy the factory striders' turrets as fast as you can, as they are the biggest and only threat of the unit itself. Listen, I genuinely think that you will enjoy running this loadout, so give it a try. And when you do, let me know if there is anything you would change or would like me to try. I would love to hear any feedback on this loadout or the loadouts that you prefer to run with and why. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck spreading democracy, fellow Helldivers.
Freedom never sleeps!